You love house dancing, but your body doesn't always love you back. You are training house on hard floors. You're hitting the sessions. You're training your footwork. Next day, you wake up with pain around your Achilles tendons. Your shins are on fire, and your knees feel 20 years older than you are. And then you start thinking, is this the price I'm gonna pay with house dancing? What if I told you your ankles could become bulletproof and that hard floors and every session you're gonna do feels like a trampoline instead of a punishment? Stay with me because I'm gonna show you how you can turn your lower legs into natural shock absorbers by an athletic system I use to go from totally injured to have the ability to do pain-free dancing again. House is not always gentle for your body. You're doing thousands of contact moments per session. Jacking, stomping, jumping, skates, and you're doing this all in a bent knee position. That means every step is a mini landing. Every groove creates impact that is going through the whole body. Your shins, your calves, your knees need to take all of these loads. Most dancers are in survival mode and think, oh, all right, I need to stretch more, or I need to warm up more, or I just need to dance through it. That means more load is more pain, is less enjoyable for your dance, and that means goodbye dancing and possibly goodbye dance career. Come with me and I will explain to you how you can create natural shock absorbers and what I call the Kangaroo engine. So follow me. The calf muscle. The calf muscle exists out of two muscles. The upper calf muscle, called the gastrocnemius, is being used in straight leg positions and heel from the ground, say when we are twisting, when we are doing little jumps, and especially being used in ballet and contemporary dancing. Then we have the other muscle, is the lower, deeper calf muscle. This is called the soleus, and the soleus is being activated and used when the heels are slightly from the ground and the knees are bent. And that is what we use in house dancing. With house dancing, we are focusing and relying on the soleus muscle and the Achilles tendons. But here's the problem. Most dancers are training the gastrocnemius with the straight leg calf raises, never build strength at length in the soleus, and they are never trained tendon stiffness to handle the ground impact during dancing. The result, the tendon is soft and unprepared. The muscle has no long range strength in those bent positions, and every impact goes through all the joints, going to the ankle, your knee, and going up into the chain upwards. You're trying to survive on muscle effort, but you want to have those tendon elastic energy and stiffness. If you keep dancing like this, with the bent knee position on hard floors and unprepared structure, this is what happens. Short term, ankle feel tired after every session. Shins are talking to you. You need longer to warm up to just feel normal. Achilles, medium term, Achilles tenderness. Random sharp pain after every jump or stomp. And you start avoiding doing certain steps because they don't feel safe. Long term, chronic Achilles issues, shin splints, and knee pain from your body trying to avoid certain steps, and also because of weak ankles. Knees over those calf raises, developing the long range strength in the soleus muscle that will create the basic physical foundation and protection in house dancing. How you gonna do it? First thing first, find a wall. Put your hands against the wall. Have your feet shoulder wide. Then you have your knees as far to the front, as bent as possible, that don't produce pain and discomfort in the Achilles and in the knees. Yes. So for me it's like this. You always start with your heels from the ground. Through this, you always create this activation in the calf muscles. You're gonna start like this. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3 seconds up. That's the concentric part, so that the muscle is gonna contract. Hold it at the top position for 2 seconds. Then you go 2 seconds down. That means the eccentric part, so that is like releasing the tension in muscle. And then at the bottom you hold also for 2 seconds. 2 seconds up, hold at the top for 2 seconds, 2 seconds down, and then hold for 2 seconds down at the bottom. How do you want to progress this is how further you go with your knees, how heavier it's gonna be for your knee tendons, soleus muscle, and Achilles tendon. If you think like that's gonna go easy, you can even do it on 1 foot. I have done this exercise for the past 3 years, but I've just started like this week for the first time in my life to do it with 1 foot. So take the time for it. Leave your ego outside of the gym or at the recovery center and focusing on structural balancing. Better to have pain-free reps than going die hard and also getting an injury from this type of training. And if you want to regress, go on 2 feet and then go almost fully to straight legs. 2 to 4 sets between the 10 and 15 reps. Do this for minimum 2 times per week. Pogo jump. Now we're gonna teach the Achilles tendon and the soleus muscle how to jump lightly. The elasticity you want to have also within house dancing. The pogo jumps trains the short ground contacts and also teaching the body how to take the short repetitive impacts constantly, and also how to restore and release the energy during the jumping phase. What you want to do, you have your feet on shoulder width, have your hands on the side, because we only want to teach the Achilles tendon and the soleus how to jump, and of course the feet. Afterwards, have your ankles slightly from the ground. I would say have soft knees, loose ankle, so have your knees slightly bent, and then you're gonna jump. And you're gonna jump from front to back. And then go back. The reason why you go forwards and backwards is if you're only addressing the frontal part of the muscle, then your body will only get used in this side, and then you will be strong at one side of the body, but then you will create another problem. There's no structural balance. And if you go backwards, you're also training the posterior chain of the muscles at the back of the body, and then you have like created structural balance. So both front and the back are strong. If you have knee pain, ankle pain, some issues around the lower back, start off with doing this on the grass or the sand or a yoga mat. I would recommend to do this exercise between the three rounds of 15 to 30 reps. Don't do high jumps, low jumps. Why? Because with house dancing, we're not jumping very high. We have short releasing from the ground. Think about skipping a jump rope. How to structure this on a weekly basis in your schedule. Try the knees over toes, calf raises, and the pogo jump. Do this as a separate strength session, because already these type of movements, you're already doing this in house and you don't want to overload the body. You want to have, say like on the Monday you have house practice, and on the Tuesday you can do this, Wednesday rest, Thursday house practice, and Friday you have this strength training. If you have a practice, a battle, or a theater piece, you can also try one set of 10 to 15 reps as a warm-up to prepare the knees and the Achilles tendon, and the Soleus for the jumping, and the Pogo for the activation of the muscles. And that your nervous system is being activated. And after a session, I would recommend to do a light calf stretch and 5 to 10 very slow of one set knees over toes calf raises. Try this protocol for 4 weeks. Film yourself in the first week, and after 4 weeks, check what the results are. Put it in the comments what the results are. After a couple of weeks, you will feel much more light on the feet. Your house steps will feel effortlessly, and you can continue with your rounds without getting fatigued. House dancers don't need big bodybuilding calves. They need flexible but strong ankles, aka bamboo. Strong but flexible. You want to create tendon stiffness in the Achilles tendon, structural balance in the soleus muscle, and also creating a good reaction time for your nervous system to constantly produce the force for your house steps. We have discussed today the back of the lower leg, but what about the front? Dancers also experience a lot of shin splints. Shin splints is in the top 5 of most common injuries in the lower legs within the street styles. Check out this video for the breakdown of how to become stronger in the shins.